What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Rob's Gaming Table. Today on the table we have another Vault Tour Italy KeyForge video for you. This is the top 8. We got Thortello against Alisto84. And you see their deck names at the bottom. I will link them in the description below. Also, thanks to Ilviso on Twitch for streaming this. You can check out other videos from day 1 and the top 16. They are commentated in Italian. I'll put the link to his Twitch page in the description below. But I will be commentating in English for you guys. Figured some people might be interested in watching this with English commentary. On the right, we have Display, single card play, Dust Imp. On the other side, we have a Titan Mechanic. Only one card played on the player going second. That is interesting. Neither player having any Amber yet. If you haven't seen, I posted the top 16 match already. It's all in a playlist at Rob's Gaming Table on YouTube. Just look for KeyForge Vault Tour Italy 2019. And I'll try to post the top 4 and the finals after this. So make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that alarm bell button so you don't miss the videos I post. So we have a War Chest out there, a Blood of the Titans put on Dust Imp, making him 7 power and able to fight with Follow the Leader, allowing you to fight with friendly creatures. And that runs into the Titan Mechanic, taking 6 damage, putting the Dust Imp 1 away from dying. And then he throws down a Ganger Chieftain, who will ready and fight with the Dust Imp, but there's no target to fight. And since the Dust Imp is not of the active house Brobnar, he will not be able to fight with him, and passes over to Thor, who will play Brobnar, throwing in a Lollop the Titanic, throwing a Blood of the Titans on him, making him 16 power, throw a Ganger Chieftain in, who will ready and fight with Lollop, who will take out the Ganger Chieftain on the other side of the board. Now, interesting, the deck lists are posted below, like I said, and you can check them out there in the description over on YouTube. But the player on the left, Thor, is running an Age of Ascension deck, so I am rooting for him. He has a Might Makes Right, which is a key cheat out of Brobnar, where he can sack a bunch of friendly dudes, and if he has at least 25 power sacked, he's able to forge a key. He also has Grump Buggy and Proclamation 346E, so he does have a kind of a stall, raise your opponent's key cost kind of deck, and a key cheat, which is interesting. So he's slowing your opponent down and also trying to race past him more quickly. So you guys can check out the deck list there and see what else is in the deck. And Alesto, we see him. He has the the classic shadows too. So interestingly, Thor does not have any shadows in his deck, and bringing Age of Ascension to the tournament, and he's here in the top 8. So yeah, that's an interesting little fact. So just looking at the damage here on Lollop, I think he took too much damage. He has 7 damage tokens on him, I believe, but Ganger Chieftain was only a 5. So I think they're pointing that out here and they're correcting it. Oh, Thor thinks it's a 7 from the other creature, but yeah, it's the Dust Imp 7, but he's not the one who he fought, obviously, as he's still on the board. And we got a Hidden Stash. Shadow's turn on the other side. He gets an Amber. He's going to archive a card. And throws in a Special Delivery artifact there, the one that deals 3 damage to a flank creature, and if it destroys that flank creature, you can purge it. And he gets an Amber off of playing it, of course. Up to 3 Amber on Alesto's side. And over to Thor. Looks like, I apologize for the camera quality, the focus, the darkness, all that stuff. Like I said, this is Ilviso's stream. I'm just cutting the matches out of, so you can blame him for the the quality. But I will try to do my best here to commentate it, even though there's sometimes where it's hard to see what's going on, especially when things go off camera. So we have a Healing Blast played there, fully healing Lollop and gaining him 3 Amber total, 1 from the card and 2 from the effect since he healed a creature of 4 damage or higher, and throws in an Abon the Armor Smith, who gives each other friendly creature +1 armor. So Thor is up to 5 Amber. And I think we're over to Alesto with his turn here. And it looks like Alesto is deciding to use Special Delivery to pop the Armor Smith, realizing he doesn't give himself armor. So he's able to deal him 3 damage. And he should be purged, not in the discard pile. So he's going to go under the faction card there, where the purge cards go. And we have a Schuler dropped in here, stealing 1. Putting them both at 4. A second Schuler, stealing another 1. Bringing Alesto up to 5 and bringing Thor down to 3. And the Dust Imp looks like he's going to run into the Ganger Chieftain and kill him. And gain 2 Amber off that play, thanks to the Dust Imp's ability. It's not too often you see a 7 power Dust Imp smashing Gengar Chieftains around there. So stay tuned to the channel. I'll be posting more Origins Vault Tour coverage during the week, starting Monday. More will come up, so make sure you subscribe and stay tuned for that. We have a Smith played there. Bingo Bang Bang and Grogan's thrown into play, so Smith will get him 3 Amber total, 1 from the card, and 2 for having more creatures than his opponent. Bingo Bang Bang, he's got that fight, and when he fights, he deals 5 damage before the fight to the neighbors of the creature he's fighting. And Grogan's is 8 power creature and can only fight flank creatures when he's attacking. So we have a first KeyForge on Alesso's side there. He has 1 Amber remaining. And I like the way Alesso's reading a lot of these Age of Ascension cards his opponent's playing. So he probably doesn't have much experience playing against Age of Ascension decks. I'm sure if you're prepping for this tournament, you probably would have play tested more against Call the Archon's decks, assuming that's more what people are going to bring. And of course, that's what happened in this tournament. Only like 50-something people out of 300 and something brought Age of Ascension decks. So some of these players probably haven't seen many of the new cards. And we see Shadow's turn played there. He threw Naughty the Thief into play. And I missed what the other card was in the archive, or in the discard pile there. All right, we got Professor Sutterkin thrown in with an Archimedes and a Helper Bot. And it looks like they are all coming into play exhausted there. He's just correcting them. And he's going to do the Helper Bot. He's going to be able to play a out-of-faction card here at some point during his turn, which is probably what he's debating right now. The other 3 cards in his hand, he's deciding which one to put into play. And he's at 5 Amber. So he throws in that Sanctum creature. Don't remember the name off the top of my head here. Let me just check. Prince Derek Unifier. He's got play. Game 3 if you control creatures from 3 different houses. So he just got a 3 Amber burst that way. Now, an interesting thing I just noticed here, he probably should have played that creature, the Sanctum guy, Prince Derek, beside Archimedes. So he could archive him if he's destroyed and get that play effect again and maybe get another 3 Amber. And I understand why he put Professor Sutterkin there, but the Helper Bot, yeah, I guess you want the Helper Bot to go to the archive also to replay him. But Professor Sutterkin, not so good. It takes him a while to get into play and then be able to use him on a future turn. He's usually dead by then. So I might have played it so that Helper Bot came in, then Archimedes, and Helper Bot's ability, of course, letting me allowed to play that Sanctum creature some point during my turn. And then I might have put that Sanctum creature in beside Archimedes on the other side, and then threw Professor Sutterkin on the far right flank, maybe, instead of the Sanctum creature. All right, we've got Lorimir Flamefist coming in saying, get rid of 2 of that Amber since you have 7 or more. Great Amber control card from Call the Archons in Brobnar. But it does look like Thor is still at 6 Amber and in check. Assuming he did take away 2 Amber. I didn't see what he finished at there, but... Yeah, looks like Alesso's just asking. Maybe some of the cards are in a different language too. And maybe Alesso's having trouble reading the cards. Because Alesso is playing with an English deck, as you see the deck name in the bottom right. But the deck on the left, I'm going to assume that's Italian. I could be wrong. But it's definitely in a different language than English. So maybe that's the problem. He's having trouble with the cards not being in English. It's hard to tell if the cards are in English or not. Because you can't really tell the length of text on most of them since the resolution isn't that high. All right, we got Gengar Chieftain coming into play, readying up Lorimir Flamefist, who will fight Professor Sutterkin, who will go to the discard pile, or the archive, off of Archimedes' ability. So he didn't want Thor to draw a bunch of cards next turn. That's what he felt was the most threat. I mean, he would have drawn 3 at least based on the Logos cards in play. I might have gone after Archimedes there, to be honest, and got him out of play. I mean, Professor Sutterkin then would only draw 2 cards, assuming Thor doesn't have any other Logos creatures in hand. But, I mean, he could. And he'll use Schuler to fight and destroy Prince Derek there. Which, again, I don't know if I would have gone after him. I might have gone after Archimedes. And he's going to play Smash to stun Lollop the Titanic. The big 16 power Lollop. And he's going to do a war chest here. And he gains 2 amber? Yes, he destroyed 2 creatures, so he gets 2 amber. And then he plays a smith on his side to get 3 amber since he now has more creatures. The tables have turned here on the board. So both Brobnar lineups having smith in it. So now I got to go through my collection of decks and look for all Brobnar decks with smith in it since I know they can make top 8 of a Vault Tour. Alright, so we got a bunch of Sanctum dudes drop down here. Let me try to figure out who this is. I see Merrick the Mark is the first creature he dropped down. I'm going to say Lion Botram's the second. And I think the third is a Borden the Redeemed, I assume? So he just takes a turn, stays at 5 amber, lays down a bunch of Brobnar creatures. Or a Sanctum creature, sorry, Sanctum. Oh, he played Doorstep to Heaven, I just noticed. Okay, so he played Doorstep there, which gains him an amber for playing the card, and then he'll go down to 5. His opponent will go down to 5, so he keeps Alesso off of getting a second key, and they're both sitting at 5 amber now. Okay, that makes sense. Is that Hidden Trader? Or Imperial Trader, sorry, Imperial Trader. So he'll play it, get an amber, he gets to look at his opponent's hand. You may choose and purge a Sanctum card in it. And he's going to purge Proclamation 364E. Oh, man. That is a great card to hit right there. And he's going to look through his opponent's hand and get some card knowledge. And something is happening here. We got a judge pointing in from the side. He's saying he played Doorstep to Heaven. Goes down to... Oh, they're letting him forge a key here. What is happening? I don't know what is happening, but Thor just got a KeyForge and has an amber remaining. And I'm not sure why that is. He played Doorstep to Heaven, so he would have went down to 5. Am I missing something? Maybe the judge thought that he gets the amber after Doorstep, which is completely incorrect. Each player with 6 or more amber is reduced to 5. So yeah, you gain the amber. He would have been at 6 or so, and then he would have went down to 5. So Thor just got rid of the last amber, so I don't know what happened there, but I don't think he should have a key right now. Let me know in the comments below what I just missed and what I goofed up. Maybe you guys can let me know. But either way, we're now tied at a key apiece. I got a Shadow's turn going here. Naughty the Thief is just going to reap since he can't steal any. I wish I could speak Italian so I'd know what the commentators are saying about what just happened, but I don't, so I'm just guessing based on what just was played. So something else was done there to allow Alesso to get more amber, and I missed it. And it looks like there's an issue, possibly. Seems like their body language is telling me that they were definitely thrown off there by that judge call.
Oggi è domenica, quindi si applaude, anche voi siete in casa, non avete niente da fare, applaudite, ovviamente. Mentre qua la sala si sta sempre più affollando.
So we have Grokins fighting Smash and taking 5 damage back, I believe. Yeah, Smash is a 5. And then we have Flamewake Shaman jumping into play there, dealing 2 damage to a creature. Looks like another Bingle Bang Bang, which there are 2 in Thor's deck. And now he's going to play the Might Makes Right. And he's going to sack Grokins, Lollop the Titanic, with that +5 Blood of the Titans upgrade on him. And who's the other one there? The Helper Bot, the one he needs to get to 25. And because Archimedes, Helperbot's going to get archived since he was destroyed next to Archimedes. And we have a second KeyForged. So in a weird turn of events here, now Thor is in the lead, 2 keys. We have Alesto in check. Sitting on, looks like 9 amber. And that's going to be it. He's going to pass over to Alesto. He's going to spend 6, I believe, to forge here. So now they're tied at 2 keys apiece. And it looks like the judge is just asking questions about what's purged and what's archived. And he's asking him to turn up his purged cards so we can see what they are. But of course we can't see what they are because they're under the glare, but at least the judge can see. Yeah. Yeah, the commentator just said might makes right next to Archimedes is spicy. I like it. That's awesome. All right, let's see. We got a dis turn here by Alesto. He's going to reap with Schuler. And he's going to play Poltergeist, saying, hey, my opponent has no archives, so I got to use my own and destroy it. So he destroys his own war chest. Plays Control the Weak to gain an amber. And what is he going to choose his opponent to play? We'll see when he goes on his turn, because I don't know. I have no player audio here, so I'm just guessing. And Thor is going to look at his archives. Got 3 cards in his archives. What is he playing? Alright, he is taking his archives. It looks like he made him play Logos. So he's not going to be able to get him off a key is what Alesto is thinking. So we see Professor Sutterkin coming into play. We see Harlan Mindlock taking a creature. We see, what is it, Brain Eater. 6 power Logos creature there played as the second creature. We have a Lab Work. Allow him to archive a card and gain an amber. I don't know if he's just playing it out here or not, but played another creature. Oh, and he throws down Grump Buggy. There it is. Finally gets into it. So he has, I think, he took a Brobnar creature using Harlan Mindlock, which gives him another 5 or higher creature. He's got the Brain Eater. And who else has he got there? Merrick the Marked. So +3 cost for Alesto's keys right now. But on the flip side of things, we have Ganker Chieftain and Lorimier Flamefist and Schuler increasing Thortello's key cost by 3. So this game is not over. I thought it was over, but we got Grunt Buggy coming into play, throwing a wrench into the plans of Alesto. So Alesto's still in a good spot, though. He just has to get a bunch of amber. Maybe, if he can, take out some of those 5 or higher powered creatures across the board. But he doesn't want to take out his own, I'm sure, because they help make Grump Buggy hurt Thortello. Thortello does have a huge board here. Very huge board. So Alesto's gonna decide what he wants to do here. So he's gonna double fight here into Archimedes, who I believe is elusive, and that's why he did that. Yes, he is. So he takes him out. And he's doing a Coward's End to wipe the board, and it keeps 2 creatures on the board, Lorimier Flamefist and the Ganker Chieftain on the other side, increasing the key cost of Thortello. And that takes all the Grunt Buggy benefit away from Thortello there. So unless he can slap down a bunch of creatures that are 5 or power higher, his opponent's at 7. So he needs to throw down at least 2. Does he have 2? He has 1 in the archives, I think. He's looking. Does he have it? Obviously, Alesto's taking 3 chains off the Coward's End there. So he throws down Professor Sutterkin. Oh, a Titan Mechanic. Oh, the Titan Mechanic on the flank, though. That makes the keys -1. And then +1. So he doesn't really do anything. And that's it. Alesto wins. Congratulations, Alesto. He'll be moving on to the top 4, which we'll have coming up on the channel shortly with some English commentary. So stick around for that. Thanks again to Ilvizio for streaming. You can check out those in the Twitch link in the description below. Make sure to subscribe, hit that like button to help other people find these KeyForge videos on YouTube. Much appreciated. Feel free to leave some comments below if you have any questions, and maybe some people can help me out and answer them. And yeah, thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.